So everyone would be sharing their own screens and pitching. Probably show your presentation if you have the pitch deck that you submitted, or if you want to show us anything that you have built, you would have 2 minutes, and you would be pitching it to the investors. And I believe Philip, would that be you?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. And after that, you would be getting feedback, and that's how we would go forward. And we have first on list Yoda.
Hey,
Hi. Okay, we can see your screen.
all right, cool. Let me download everything so I can sit by myself. All right, and you can hear me well, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
I'll
good.
have you go.
Okay, so I'm presenting Reverse Venture. I'm the founder of this platform. Just to give you a highlight what it's about before we diving in, we're basically helping established companies to avoid disruption by gaining at zero cost co-ownership in next generation AI innovations. And the way that the platforms works is basically solving a crisis that's going on right now. A lot of companies need a solution right away, immediately, because there is some kind of race to the bottom, who is going to survive, who is going to make it with this AI disruption. But on the other side, they cannot wait until AI companies will grow and reach to the level of M&A. What we basically come up with is a new type of solution that's serving creator on one side and enterprise on the other side. So we allow basically to enterprise to engage with early stage, like an idea that been prototype and been patent. And by doing so, it's basically allowed to enterprise to get 50% co-ownership in exchange from them leading the idea to the market. So there is a lot of people that they have an idea, but they don't know how to execute. They don't know how to raise funds. They don't know how to lead a startup to be a unicorn. But those ideas, if they're really disrupting and they're backed by MVP and patent, then mature company can bring them into the market easily or much more easily. And they can basically turn those ideas that validated into the next unicorn. As a creator, get his shares, but the mature company get their hands on the next revolutionary patents and solution that they need. So this is kind of the split that's going on in this platform. So enterprise basically get 50% in exchange for leading the idea to the market. Creator get 25%. A fraction temporary CEO and CTO in our platform sharing the other 24, and 1% go to affiliate partners. Right now we at beta stage, meaning that it's not yet open to the public, but we have tremendous in the last few months traction with more than 120 innovation, some of them leading and in deep due diligence by top companies like IBM and top hospital for something that can disrupt the cancer prevention industry. We're talking about the Israeli space defense that interesting in the next Iron Drone, leading, by the way, by the previous Minister of Defense of Israel by himself. We're talking about something like UAI, new AI agent wallet that Visa and MasterCard fighting over that. We're talking about something that can save weeks from going down as a new type of SaaS design AI powered. So we're talking about innovation that never been done before. There is no any kind of even pure art or everything that's showing that it exists. So those kind of stuff this platform is going after. And basically all this model is based on AI and it's very scalable. And we allow investors either to engage with in innovation that already been picked up by mature company, but then they need to fight with other VCs in order to get in at this level, because that means that this startup probably going to make it big time, or they can invest in the platform and then they have both. They basically have a guarantee ticket on any venture that get closed, but
We
also
have
revenue
timed up
from the platform themselves. That's it.
now. Thank you.
Thank you, Yoda. Just to better understand, because I was kind of, I guess I misunderstood the beginning, that I felt that you're doing like an advisory consulting that I understood. Can you, I guess, define in one sentence what you do? Because the way I understood it at the end is kind of something between, let's say, a crowdfunding and a venture builder, so to speak. So you
No,
get a
none of that. It's something new,
okay,
so your mind do not wrap it yet, so I understand. But basically, there is a lot of people out there that they have great idea, even yourself, right? But you may not going to leave what you're doing right now and jump and do that. Or maybe you're running already company and you're not going to stop running that and come up with a new idea that you had in your morning. So a lot of time there is people that been there and done it and they have ideas that they can be very disrupting, but they don't have the ability, the tools, the know-how, or even the willing to execute that. Even investor afraid sometimes to invest in great idea if the entrepreneur is not really
yeah,
can make it happen.
I
So
understand.
just to have great idea is not enough. But on the other side, everybody expecting that entrepreneur will have a magic wand and Superman seal to do from 0 to 100 and basically execute everything. So what this platform does is allow people that have a great mind to come to the platform with the idea. The platform immediately check whether or not this idea exists in the world as a pure art, like if anything like that ever been existed and whether or not it can be disrupted. Immediately, the platform patent that all over the world and close all the loopholes that ever can be exist around it. And then is basically finding a CTO as a fraction temporary CTO that can create a prototype as an MVP for this innovation.
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
platform also bringing a CEO that can engage with mature company that can be disrupted by those kind of innovation. And the CTO and the CEO leading basically a temporary venture. So we do not sell the innovation to mature
Thank you
company.
so
We do
much
not
for
raise
that.
money. We basically do reverse venture engagement, meaning the mature company get the innovation as a subsidiary company, and they get 50% co-ownership with no
Right.
money down in exchange from them lending that to the market.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I know we are limited by time, so maybe we can chat about it later.
Sure.
Thank you.
So, just for everyone to know, if it is time's up, coming forward, I would have your mic muted once we hit the time. Just so you know, that's when you might have to stop. Thank you, Yoda.
Hello, just a second, I'm
Bye.
setting up the camera. One second. Just to tell, so first of all, thank you for the opportunity to talk and to I'll do it without slides because I just want to grab attention for everyone, and I briefly tell what it's all about, and if it's interesting, I can respond to the question. So the idea is to build a foundational tag for all information that is best represented by image, because up to date this topic was quite neglected by big tech, and to have an ecosystem of its own, transitioning to alternative peer-to-peer, highly personalized marketing solution, and also to feed the entire sort of web and AI with the content which is accredited images. Doesn't make any sense. I'd maybe like to add as a business model, it's a performance marketing and subscription model, same as Spotify for images. Plus, that could be additional models like copyright license mitigation, I license sell, and hosting and advanced analytics.
Thank you,
So
Abigail.
yes.
I appreciate the different style of format, but it would have been helpful to see something. I guess I'm trying to grasp what you do, but is it, from my understanding, is it so it's B2B focused? This is not B2C, right?
It's informational marketplace, and I know the marketplace is a kind of not a very welcome world now in tech, but it's really not about building the marketplace as a content, but rather to use the opportunity of this neglected content for creating something to create information in the most natural way of connection, authenticity, and visual layer for human brain and for AI, which again, as I said, currently missing. I'm sorry, I just realized that
Mhm.
Zoom is not set for sharing, which I'm doing now. So will require me to reboot. And again, I don't know how much time I have because of course I can show
Yeah,
the.
you're out of time now.
But happy to follow up after to talk about the
Yes,
monetization and
yes, I will be happy to share the details because this is something quite unique, and I have a lot of positive response from the industry.
awesome. Thank you.
Abigail. Okay, Jess, are you okay? You're finally ready. Yeah, just feel free to share your screen. Jessica?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that coming up this time? I'm not really sure what's going on.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, perfect.
And
Hi, everyone. My name is Jess Liu. I am the CEO and founder of Intrigue, and we are building autonomous AI agents for the consulting industry that think, analyze, and produce data and insights just like top tier consultants do. So there's a huge problem in the consulting industry for an industry that is supposed to be very sophisticated, advising some of the top Fortune 500 companies. If you actually peel back the onion and look at their processes internally, it's extremely archaic. Now, if we take a look at a typical breakdown of an engagement time, more than 60% of that time goes towards data collection and cleansing, which actually takes away from the value that they bring their clients. Now, in terms of the market, this is a $300 billion industry we're talking about. A couple things to highlight here. It's an expensive manual process that we're dealing with when we talk about consultants. You know, it's no secret that their junior talent are making six figures right out of college. And then secondly, it's extremely manual. What currently takes 4 weeks should actually be taking a matter of days. So this industry is so primed for disruption, specifically when it comes to AI. So that's where Intrigue comes into play. We're an autonomous consulting intelligence platform made for the workflows of the consulting industry and very focused on that proprietary client data. In terms of how the system works, we start at the data ingestion layer. So there's a lot we do specifically around financial numerical data, which is really the sweet spot of our system. We run agents through that data once it's been ingested, and we allow them, our consultants, to scale throughout engagements. If we take a look at the market, you know, we've seen legal tech make huge headways with unicorns such as Harvey and Eve come out of that industry. This very exciting thing about consulting is that it's 10 times the size of legal, and we're just at the forefront of this disruption. So we have early paying customers. We have 4 active pilots. Just was through some of this. And in terms of the team, we're a team of 8 right now. I'm the CEO founder. I've spent over a decade in the consulting world. We're also backed by a team who are ex-Twitter, ex-Spotify, and also industry leaders from the consulting world. So in customers, we've got
Oh, is it because it's time up?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what happened. So I can ask now.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can ask your question.
Thank you, Jessica. It's really interesting. I was just going to ask about if I understood correctly, you're essentially, as there's talks about OpenAI and such going into consulting and taking over kind of business from McKinsey and the Big Four and all the other consulting companies. Are you looking to be kind of an alternative to them or more in coming in tandem? Because when I initially looked at your company
Yeah.
before the event, I felt
Yeah.
like you might be working in tandem with the existing consulting
Correct.
companies. Okay.
Yeah, that's our view. I mean, there's a YC business recently that was funded by them that is looking to do the former, but our view is that consultants are still adding so much value and those relationships still need to stay in place. So we're definitely looking to do more of a hybrid than actually replacing consultants.
Mm-hmm. So your kind of monetization and I guess customer base would be focused on those consulting companies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Big ones, small ones, doesn't matter, advisory.
I mean, yeah, we've got Grant Thornton in our pipeline, who's one of our bigger clients. And then we've also got like lower mid-market clients as well. But in terms of contract values, we're looking at minimum 6-figure annual contract values.
just a quick question if I still have time. What does the round look like if you're fundraising right now? Like, what's the round like valuation?
Yeah, we're looking to raise a 4 million round. That will be kicked off around April next year. In terms of valuation, we're looking for about an 18% dilution off the back of that. We did our pre-seed raise earlier this year. So happy to keep in touch and keep you posted on how that
Yeah,
progresses.
happy to. Thank you, Jess. That was a nice
Thank you.
presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
much.
We have Lily Liu.
Yes, I'm here. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah.
Can you guys see my screen?
Mhm.
Great. I'm Dr. Lily Lau. I am a CCO and co-founder at Momentous Health, and we are scaling cognitive testing across hospitals and clinics with AI and robotics. Currently, millions of Americans experience memory, attention, and other cognitive difficulties related to dementia, Alzheimer's, ADHD, and more. Unfortunately, most of these patients do not get properly evaluated, and that's because there's a huge shortage of specialists like neuropsychologists who are able to conduct these memory testing. Currently, the national wait time is 9 to 12 months to get memory testing completed. Hospital systems are overwhelmed with patients who need cognitive testing urgently to get a diagnosis. Unfortunately, hospital systems are just unable to meet this demand. Our solution is to build the first robot to provide memory and cognitive testing inside the hospital, and our network of neuropsychologists will interpret the test results remotely and provide the diagnosis. We are the only company in the market who automates the cognitive testing process using robotics. The market is huge, $28.5 billion in the cognitive healthcare, and our market is to deploy this in hospitals and clinics. We are directly marketing in rural hospitals and clinics where there are no specialists to do this cognitive evaluations. We have 12 doctors serving patients across 43 states. We have 3 MOUs signed with our partners and 9 pending MOUs. And we recently received the AI Changemaker Award at the Silicon Valley Medical Device Conference for disruptive technology that will impact healthcare. Our revenue will come from technology licensing, patient test interpretation from our doctors, and doctor subscription fee to join our platform. We are developing the robot tester, and we have fully developed the doctor platform to join our network. We hope to pilot the robot at our partner site in the fall of next year and have it fully deployed at our hospitals in the end of next year. We are seeking $1 million seed round to finish building out the.
Oh, sorry. I think it happened at the
Yeah.
time. Um, thank you, Lily. I was wondering, I saw you show the timeline. I was wondering, so when will it be fully operational? So from my understanding, it was September 26th, I think you showed.
Yes, it will be fully built in September of next year. And that's a pilot at one of our hospital sites at Ampla Health, where we're hoping to deploy the robot. And then we will fully have it deployable by end of next year.
Mm-hmm. And so that's when you onboard the robot, but you were mentioning you're onboarding doctors right now. So right now the platform is for existing doctors, but you're putting them on one platform, from my understanding, and then later it will become you're testing it and becoming a robot.
So right now, a lab technician is doing the testing for the doctors. We are replacing the lab technicians by the robot, and our doctors doing the test interpretation. So you could think of it as radiologists. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
captures the data with the machine, and our doctors will interpret the test data remotely.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay. And the feedback is that it's ASAP necessary, and then for you, it's just a question of how much you can essentially, I guess, address right now immediately because there's a need, obviously. But
Yes.
then, okay, so the question, I guess, was like, what's the competition like? I'm assuming there's others who are trying to deal with this issue. What does that
Yes.
look like?
Yeah, so there are lots of companies out there who do provide cognitive testing, but they provide screeners. They do not target the older population, and they are definitely not building a robot to automate the cognitive testing. So we are the first company in the market to develop a robot to automate the memory testing inside the hospitals. So right now it's all done by humans. All memory testing in the market is done by a human. We
Mm-hmm.
are automating that process so that we can finally scale cognitive care.
Makes sense. Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Lily. Okay, we have Clouds. Ajay Yadav, Clouds. Okay. Victoria. Oh, okay, we have it. Can you go ahead and unmute yourself?
Here we go. All right. Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Great, excellent. Okay. 2 minutes, that's all I got. Okay, we're a platform company. It's a lot to fit in 2 minutes. I'll do the best I can. We're a platform company. We have infused it with AI. We have a proud history here. In 2007, we released a product. It was game changer. It was American Express. We took them online and $10 billion spinoff. We architected it. We retained the trading engine from there, created another revolutionary indispensable product in 2012 with a $250 million exit with 6x return for our investors. The third one that we are on, Cloudsync, that we're going to talk about today is sustainable well-being in built environment. It's a game changer and it's a pivot. I just want to take a moment and think about it. What does it really mean? Sustainable well-being in a built environment. As it turns out, you'll be surprised to know that 40% of the global carbon emissions come from building ops and things of this sort. People, whether it's a building management system or home automation system, they've tried to solve that at a device level. We changed the whole equation. We have experience to do it in building mission critical systems from our platform, and we came up with a revolutionary concept, and that is we conceptualize everything into what is important for human life. That's air, light, water, sound. We captured everything, and we made like device integration as an afterthought. How does the system work quickly? There's an edge component which has tiny ML built onto it. So we use ML at the edge where there's a sensor and a controller. Then we have a cloud component that digitizes all the building types, makes it into normalized things, and we're able to deliver well-being and sustainable solutions for the buildings. Sustainable means it's for, basically, these are all other allied services. It's a very detailed platform. We have 6 patents that are done. We're not a traditional seed round, but that's where we are. And I'll explain that in a second as to what it is. It's basically managing everything in terms of air, light, water, sound. We have 9 verticals that we're in currently. We are in traction. We are revenue making. We have traction. And if you consider the competitive landscape, they're all legacy. None of them don't even know what AI is. So we are there. We are done this thing, and we have done something else. And that is we changed the whole equation. We cataloged everything underneath and captured it in our own platform. That's where we are. That's what we have done. And it's hard. But for a seed round company, we have product catalog that's listed on our website. I invite you to take a
I think unfortunately time's up. I was just curious. Thank you for the presentation. So it sounded like you're doing both the software side as well as the hardware side.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Yes.
I guess my question is because that must be pretty capital intensive. How is it currently today? What's the traction
Sure.
like? How many
Sure.
devices? Yep.
Sure. There's tons of devices, like over, 20,000 properties that are under control. And quickly, just in essence of time, we have a $5 million convertible note out there. 3.5 of that has been committed. We're simply looking for another one, and we're already in discussions for Series A going into it. So this would be at a discount. And everything is securitized through 6 IP patents, traction in the marketplace. We did a revenue of about $500,000 this year. Our revenue projection is $5 million, pretty much committed for 26, and that's on the lower side.
And just to understand, the Clouser AI platform, does that work only on your devices, or is it integratable, for example, with Google Nest and all the other smart devices in PropTech?
Great question. It's completely open. It's fully integrated with Apple Siri, Amazon Alexa, Google Home Assistant, and everything that I showed in there, like Crestron, Lutron, every incumbent that there is, we have cataloged it, and we control the interface for it.
Okay, interesting. So the strategy is kind of through the platform, I guess you can navigate people to then switch to your hardware. I guess not a vendor lock necessarily, but I guess that's the
Correct.
strategy from my understanding.
Get
Okay.
correct. Get them in, start using our software and see the benefits, and it's 1/3 of the cost. So naturally, we're seeing tremendous migration. They don't want to use it anymore because it's a very advanced product. It's like using
Mm.
an iPhone as opposed to a
Yep.
smartphone Motorola, what existed 10 years
Yep.
ago.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Next up we have Victoria.
Hopefully you can see my Safari.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go to slideshow. So my name is Victoria. I kind of go by Wiki because it's a Polish spelling. We're a pre-seed bootstrap startup that is working on sharing data in sensitive data lakes, hospitals, patient data. We're B2B2C, and WikiGen is for anyone. We don't sell your data. We honestly just match you to your problem you're trying to resolve. And in doing so, we help allow anyone to have a publicly encrypted data marketplace. This way, we can take your search further. Oftentimes, frontline hospital workers can't find out where insulin is, even though they are legally able to register contents of it. Doctors have difficulties budgeting for their hospitals locally because they don't have access to data sets from children, as if asthma rates are increasing in their locale. Researchers oftentimes don't know who to email unless it's who you know. So we are trying to scale confidential computing, which actually was really driven by DoD projects in the Navy at first. We also are doing differential privacy, which would mean we evaluate a data set's worth and whether it can improve other machine learning models through fine-tuning or reinforcement learning or being added to a ground truth. Our tech stack's a little bit complicated. TEEs stand for Trusted Execution Environments. You can think of safe rooms or Snowflake, but what we allow is that inference set up on behalf of a business or a consumer or a patient. And we allow, with your consent, through a double-blind auction, never revealing our data owner's privacy, to collaborate in a new way. A lot of this work has been spearheaded because of an open source repository called DStack. There's 2 DStacks out there, so I put the logo of the armadillo. It's allowing a cloud version of confidential computing on virtual machining. So we do that with decentralized identifiers. That's what DIDs stands for. DIDs are like URLs. So everyone's data is hosted where it's hosted typically, but we can connect into it safely and securely. We are a group of researchers who have run into the same issue of data access because the data has, been commercial or not open sourced, and compute access issues. So sometimes it's grant funding that's in the.
I think time's out. But thank you. This is really interesting. I'm just curious if you could share a little bit more on the kind of monetization side and then also in general go to market, kind of on the more on the business side of things.
Totally. I can maybe stop sharing my screen. But we are entering 7 pilots, which are at first B2B. The C is always owned by a B at the moment, if that makes sense, if we're talking about EHR data. But we are leading a really interesting subset of certain pilots because you cannot access this data elsewhere. And we're also leading the efforts of connecting independent researchers to EHR data sets, sort of like feeding the web or AI. Our subscription model is very much based on if you are a business or free, if you're later when we open up our network to consumers. But we are basically not having too much in terms of cost expenses. Because what we found is that there just needs to be this middleman to help navigate this bridge of closed source querying now. And so if happy to talk later or more, and looking forward to connecting with everyone on this call.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much. Next up, Lakshmi.
Mosaic is can you all see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mosaic is a learning and self-development platform for adults. What we've seen is that, after the safe, sorry, can you see better now? I wasted my time. All
Yeah.
right. It's a holistic, hyper-personalized operating system for an individual's transformation through life. This includes learning and self-development, and we realize that adults have a lot to balance through their lives. There are personal priorities and there are professional priorities, and oftentimes they conflict. And all of our competitors are doing a one-size-fits-all and individual solution across the board. So we want to help people with transforming as they live their lives, so it doesn't feel like the most stressful existence ever. Here's our problem statement is that 80% of people who start a goal don't finish. Everything is one size fits all. The people with neurodiversity and disabilities are ignored. Everything is time consuming when it comes to development, self-development, and expensive as well. People are toggling 1,100 times a day between 10 plus single purpose apps for self-development. And it's leading to failure. And it's a $450 billion industry. And to have such a high failure rate, we realize that adoption is not the problem. People's transformation is. And what we've understood is that we need not only to have content depth, but we also need to have the whole life context for a person to truly transform, build a habit system, and also have measurable outcomes for people. All across our competitive spaces, somebody does one part really well, but for true human evolution, we need to go deeper. What we've found is that lots of folks are not understanding the depth of human condition, and we're actually considering 10 dimensions where most of our competitors consider one or two. So whether it's behavioral improvement or whether it's contextual, whether it is physical transformation, whatever that might be, people are doing individual things, and we want to be able to have a person-focused evolution tool. What we've understood is that we actually have to take more than one step to be able to do it. And we have a proprietary system that helps us do it. We are supported through AI tools, which makes it actually the right time for us to be able to do something like this. We take away cognitive gap. We remove friction for users through cognition, through decision-making stress, by adaptively intervening when they're failing or when they're struggling. And we continuously support with not just AI tools, but also humans and physical resources throughout their life. So what you need today, you don't need tomorrow. What you need this year, 3 years later, you're going to be a different person. Maybe you became a parent. Maybe you need to have different financial goals. Maybe you have different career goals. And maybe you want to get into better health or physical or mental wellness. So through life stages, this actually aggregates your evolution through life, so it can contextualize and give you just in time, just enough evolution with micro learning and micro actions. Our target user.
Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi. Yeah, interesting field. I think it's kind of the one that's still trying to be solved in a way on how to I guess engage users. So my question essentially is, what is the hook to get on your platform? Is it gamification? Is it some sort of like specific lock? Because I know a lot of platforms are struggling to keep users if they are even successful long term. So I guess how does that look like? And then of course, including that is like monetization. Is it subscription or because this is like a consumer product, I'm assuming.
So we have 3 models, as you can see on the screen right now, which has
Right.
the individual, the professional, and someone as an expert. So each of these, while they can be different people, it can be you as 3 personas as well, right? So that is something we want to talk about, like how we want to evolve. We are looking at a subscription model for starters, but we also have a la carte functionalities that people can purchase. So we don't want to overwhelm people with like too many subscriptions. And our thing is like based on the need, you can take up the thing that you want. What was your first question? I'm sorry. Oh, what is the hook? The hook
Yeah.
is that we'll have your current state and your vision board. And we'll continue to map your skills and your growth through life in a way that we can leverage that, capitalize that on where you are, and break down the steps to take you towards lighting up your vision board. That is the hook. So you have an emotional hook that all your aspirations and all your persona is in one place, and it understands you in a way that it can truly guide you in the most hyper-personalized way based on your psychology, your context, your cognition, and even your learning abilities and disabilities to be able to get you to the other side. In fact, we are very neurodiverse forward. So we're actually starting with tools with that so that we have multimodality for people with different needs at different times.
Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Rohit Kumar.
All right. So we are an agentic AI platform for the enterprise. Our focus has been on solving the employee life cycle. For the last several years, we were focused first on learning and development. And over the last 18 months, our business has actually completely changed with AI, where all our work that we're doing is related to recruitment and AI agents for recruitment, for onboarding, doing skill assessments, L&D programs for growth, which is what we were already doing, and then sales and service enablement, which is where the biggest traction is coming in terms of what we have done. And today, most of these systems in each company are different systems. There's a separate recruitment system, could be a Talio. There's a separate onboarding system, which could be connected to your part of your HR system, or it could be different. So, for instance, Workday acquired Sana.ai, and a lot of things that what we do, we are a mini Sana.ai in what we have been doing. And so this is the whole aspect of what we've been working on. Our biggest success story in AI has come in the AI sales and job assistant that we have been working on. I'll skip this in the interest of time. So we have 4 agents today that are live. There's an AI powered recruitment, AI sales enablement, AI based onboarding and learning management system, and the AI employee and customer support are the 4 basic agents. Our first agent went live in September 24. Our traction so far is we have 40,000 users using it. We have 650,000 monthly queries. And these are salespeople who took a few months before they actually started building confidence in the AI agent. And subsequently, what we have done is we have built an agentic platform for multiple agents connected with agents built by other companies in the same enterprise. I guess I'll stop sharing here. Yeah.
I was about to say, thank you, Rohit. From my understanding, you have an agentic platform that has multiple products. So like you showed the sales, you showed, I forgot, sorry, there was a slide with the 4 different products or services that you offer.
Yeah, these ones. Yeah.
So I guess you can kind of white label them and then essentially
Correct.
integrate them in the company. I know this is a hard question, and generally in agentic AI, it's a little bit difficult. But what's your mode? What's the edge? How are you able to, first of all, get to the customer compared to other agentic platforms that exist, and then how are you different while operating it, besides maybe customization and personalization?
Right. So I think the go-to-market is really where the big focus is through partnerships, as well as in terms of doing more direct sales in the US. Our initial traction has all been in India. So I have relocated to the US 6, 8 months ago so that we can drive the business here. The second thing is that because we have been in the enterprise with our learning platform for several years, we actually have all the skills and integration. So it's not just the personalization and customization, but the enterprise security, integration, understanding, uh, pre-integrated already with SAP, Oracle, etc., other systems, and really bringing that whole knowledge across these different systems, which is what we learned with our learning platform business.
I understand. Okay. And sorry, you're raising the round. Are you currently
We'd
raising?
like to raise, we are break even today. We have over 500,000 in revenue. Um,
Mm-hmm.
our engineering team is in India. We're looking to raise 5 million, out of which 3 million will go in sales and marketing investments across the world. Predominant focus is the US. We do have a couple of customers in Europe and Latin America as well.
Nice. Okay. Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you. Next up, we have Leigh Martin.
Hello, everyone. Since we don't have enough time, it's going to be quick. Sorry. Okay. We are building a world-first universal cyber protection platform that safeguards every internet user Our vision is ambitious to ensure every person using the internet is identified and covered, creating a safer digital world while providing real-time AI-powered protection. Cybercrime is a 20.5 trillion annual threat, and millions of people are vulnerable to ransomware, cyberbullying, human trafficking, and exploitation by terrorists and criminal networks. Traditional insurance is slow, outdated, and inaccessible. Global cyber insurance combines AI-driven risk assessment, blockchain processing, dynamic pricing to protect billions of people, prevent cyber crimes, and ensure accountability online. By working with regulators, we aim to make cyber insurance mandatory to all users worldwide, creating a safer, more secure internet for everyone. We are raising 5 million Series A. 40% goes to the technology and AI development, 30% goes to the market and expansion sales, 20% team growth and talent, 10% operations and compliance, identification IRR 35 to 45%. Today, many graduate students and professionals in tech are competing with AI and automation, and it's becoming harder for previous generation to keep up. Global cyber insurance isn't just about replacing jobs or putting people out of work. Instead, we are creating a new industry, one that generates meaningful career in emerging technology, AI, blockchain, and digital insurance. We are building opportunities that meet the needs of modern age, empowering people to thrive alongside innovation. Global cyber insurance isn't just another insurance company. It's addressing a market opportunity in the trillions of dollars. Cybercrime alone is projected to cost the world over 10.5 trillion annually. So I'm looking for, this is a pre-seed I'm looking for.
Yeah, ended up to the end, but I can ask you about the raise. So it's an insurance company in the digital sector, if I understood correctly. I know you mentioned something with cybersecurity, and you're muted. You're still muted, I think.
Yeah, it's a digital cyber insurance. It's a cyber insurance.
Okay, and in terms of that, because you're mentioning the kind of aging population and them using certain cyber and digital services, this means against cybercrime and it's for consumers, or this is also potentially for enterprise. But from my understanding, it's for physical persons, right? For consumers.
This is for consumers, for business to business and individuals. Yeah.
Okay. I understand. And you were mentioning at the end, you're raising, sorry, I heard 2.5. Was it 2.5 million?
35 millions.
25.
35.
35. 35. Okay. And this is the
Yes.
pre-seed round. Okay. And towards what would the 35 million go mostly?
So the 35 million will go toward technology and the AI development, because this is an AI-driven platform. And then to hire talent, like qualified talent in this sector, technology, people, engineers who are specialized in AI development and market expansion, marketing, and then also to hire a team, a qualified, solid team, and then also for operations and compliance, and then education. Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that was our last speaker. Thank you so much for everyone who pitched today. And
Do you have time for one more?
we unfortunately did not. We are just 5 minutes into. We just want to make sure to respect everyone's time. But we will be sending out emails to everyone who pitched today and everyone who wants to pitch next time. I will have you in the list. in the first come order, so do not worry. Well, Philip, any closing remarks and feedback, and I will have you close today's session.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks again for having me. I know it was very short, and again, kudos to you guys because it's not easy to pitch. So, just from my perspective, what to be careful of, and I'm not saying that all of you or none of you did this, but it's always really important, especially in the short pitches and the elevator pitches, to be very clear from the beginning on what the business does. Sometimes the investor, like myself, might not know or understand from the beginning, but you want to create kind of like what I was asking about one of the businesses, I think Lakshmi, about the hook. You want to have the hook in terms of whatever startup you're doing. So just be mindful of that. You want to also kind of try to stick to the quantitative data. So how big is the market right away? If you have traction, great. You can mention that. If you don't, that's fine. I know a lot of them that are here are very early on, early stage pre-seed and whatnot. So that's also fine. And just be focused on what you're doing. So pretty much if there is multiple products or services that you're doing, try to pinpoint out the number one product or service that you're doing out of all of them and try to focus on that. If you have a chance to speak with the investor on a 30-minute pitch or have a follow-up, that's when you mention more of that stuff. But generally speaking, even in a 2-minute pitch, you have attention span of only, let's say, 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds. And then based on that, the investor also formulates the questions on what's the priority. But nevertheless, other than that, I think you guys did a good job in terms of trying to stick to the time. And you also, I appreciated that it was a wide range of sectors, which is really cool. And it's refreshing not to see only biotech and robotics. Again, as I mentioned, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Happy to have a look at the decks, even those that might have not pitched, or if I can help in anywhere or in any advice. I'm also happy to learn more about your industry. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to learn more.
That was great. Thank you so much, everyone.